Hello, hello. I trust that you are finding me with lots of joy and blessings in your journey. And I had a few hiccups with my electronics. Actually, it's been happening with a lot of my electronics. My lights are glitching in my bedroom, in my bathroom, in my office space, everywhere. And it's interesting. Thank you, because the angels are saying it's a sign of the times. I feel like there's a song like that, right? That there's a sign of the times. A lot of upgrades happening visually, as well as energetically, mentally, emotionally, physically, and all levels. And it's perfect because today we are going to talk about the split that's happening, the angels. And I've talked about this in my groups. Those of you who are participating in the program for the eclipse portal, my sacred garden, feminine flow, we're talking about this split that's been unfolding, and it's been happening and is happening, and we're going to see more of it. And we're having people who are going to have multiple experiences with what we call the Mandala effect, and we're going to have more of these occurrences that people have different memories of what has happened in the past and what's happening now. We're going to have people who are going to be witnessing a different reality in different worlds, not because one is better than the other. It's just there's a split. And I've talked about this concept and idea that since I was a little girl, I would see this other earth over our earth, and they would share with me the manifestations of love and the angels that I was here to help with that earth and helping us move into remembering who and what we are. So today's conversation is about the split that is being experienced and that it's being felt. And I recognize that with the different astrological things that are happening, we can celebrate. A lot of people are feeling it. And if you know me, I'm not one to talk much about the astrological events, but it's what's unfolding right now. So we get to talk about this a little more today, and I can't wait. So we're going to start here in a few.
You are listening to the Awakened Superhuman podcast, the show that delivers the insights and strategies into living above being human. We are in an era of superhumans, and your superpowers are needed to manifest a cosmic destiny. My name is Emily, the Angel Coach, your host, an internationally recognized intuitive coach, teacher, and thought leader. I've worked with celebrities, CEOs, influencers, and individuals of varying ages and backgrounds. Join me as we reveal the how into awakening your superhuman so that you can more easily design a life of clarity, purpose, and delicious fulfillment. It is time for us to rise, create, and manifest a cosmic destiny.
All right, perfect. So in today's episode, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about the split. And we are going to explore the profound split that is unfolding across personal, collective, and planetary levels. And many of us are feeling it. And I trust that many of you are going to know what the heck I'm talking about. A deep internal division, a sense of being pulled between timelines and realities, a version of ourselves. At the same time, we need to acknowledge that Earth itself is experiencing a change, a shift, an expansion, that there's many multiple earths and multiple realities that coexist and are diverging in and out, and that we are at a time and at a place where we are being invited to be intentional and to choose more than we've ever done before. Again, this isn't just about a shift. It's about a choice point. We're being invited to decide which frequency we are going to align with, which identity we're going to embody, and which version of reality we are going to co-create, participate, and welcome into our now. As old structures collapse, new ones are emerging. We're seeing that right now with so many changes that are happening with systems, politics, and expectations. There's just a lot of changes that are helping us to pretty much untangle and re-engage a new version of what's possible when it comes to us as a whole. And we're navigating through a spiritual evolution that requires not just our attention, our discernment, our choosing, our surrendering, our welcoming. And really, it is a time of a powerful remembrance of who we truly are. And it's so exciting because, of course, there's no accident that you are here. There's no accident that you are the individual that you are today, that your soul, your consciousness chose this perfect, specific lifetime at this time and at this moment to be more than what has been experienced before in humanity. So today we're going to uncover what this split means. We're going to talk about this. We're going to invite guidance. So I'm going to share with you an exercise and a process for you to do for this week that's going to help you experience more of this understanding for you, instead of taking it from me or taking it from others, but it's going to give you a chance to experience it more with you, the clarity for you. And we're going to move through it with grace and how to stay anchored, not just in the truth as the world around us continue to transform, but again, once again, getting a chance to understand and remember that everything is happening and orchestrating in our behalf and in our favor. And we get to celebrate this. My voice is changing as I celebrate and acknowledge that truth. So as we start, and I already shared a little bit about this concept that, I've been taught since a little girl, since a child, about the split, and that there was going to be an experience and a time that would come in which there is going to be a split of earth, like two different earths, a new earth and the earth that we've known for a very long time. And I say new earth because the majority of our consciousness is not living or abiding in that state of awareness or having those experiences. And this has been talked about by many gurus, by many teachers, even religions. It's actually talked about by a lot of the kids that are the adults now, like me, and a lot of the kids who are the kids. They're having these conversations that they're here to be part of a movement. They're here with others. They're here to help the change. I've heard parents share with me, and I've heard it from my kids as well, and I was saying it as well as a child, that we are here with a new earth. We're here to help a new earth. And we are in it. We've been in it for a while, but we're really in it. And it's so exciting just to witness the unfoldment of it all. It's exciting, but it's also very uncomfortable. And it's uncomfortable because it's a very clear acknowledgement that there's a part of us that must die. There's a part of us that must be put to rest. There's a part of us that we must say goodbye to and let go, that is going to make the majority of us very uncomfortable, because we are very much in tuned and in a state of comfort when it comes to who and what we are and the identity that we've come to embody. But we are at a place where we are really needing to understand that we don't have a choice. That discomfort is going to show up in such a way that we are being pulled into, the convergence in which we are being brought home into this realization that what has been and who and what we've been maintaining can no longer be, to welcome the greatness, the blessings, and the unfoldment that is being offered to us right now. And as I said in the beginning, there is more of us that are going to experience what we can call the mandala effect. The mandala effect, it's this whole concept and idea that a lot of people remember mandala. I might not be saying the name right, by the way, so I apologize. I'm going to blame it on my accent there. Mandela, that they remind him dying in prison, and other people remember him surviving and being liberated and the movement he was part of. So there's many different experiences when it comes to the history of that. So that's why they call it the Mandela effect. But it's not just with that. There's different occurrences that people remember differently, like Kellogg's and all these other titles and names, Kentucky Fried Chicken, like different things that people have a very different memory of the title, the design, the music connected with it, and how things looked. We have very different experiences, and it's as if we came from different worlds. We came from let's say a history class that looks very different than what each of us knows to be true. And more of that is going to be happening. Glitches in the matrix. They're audibly saying, the angels are saying the glitches in the matrix are going to become more visible, more known, and more available to being noticed. And I have had experiences myself. I hear it from clients. I hear it when I do these amazing retreats where people literally jump into different realities and timelines, in which like things in the home look different. There's colors in the home that look different. Things that used to be and looked a certain way look different. People remember them differently. And there is a very palpable reality in which shows that there has been a molecular or a transcendent change in which something completely became something else. So as we dive into today, there are going to be several things that I'm going to invite you. I'm going to invite you to lean in and to trust that if you are listening live or on replay, that there's something that you are being invited to hear. And as we talk about this split of shifts that are happening is that there is something else that's calling you and inviting you to say yes. There's another version of you waiting on the other side of the split that is saying it is so worth it. It is so worth to be able to experience more of this euphoria, more joy, more connection, more expansion, more abundance, more freedom. All of this is worth it, and it's possible. It's not just a tease, it's possible. That there is a reality in which all these things that have been stirring inside of you, all these desires, all the contrast that has been in the past that has helped you to activate more of what you want, happen to help you get to here. That there is this other side of you that is calling you home and that is helping you to get to its potential and to its reality. And again, we're seeing this collectively. A lot of things are going to be shifting and changing and modifying themselves because us as a collective, us as humanity, have to say yes to the potentiality that is literally waiting for us to claim it. Just in preparation for this, I thought it was really cool. There was a news thing that came on my Alexa that there is a huge spiral, and actually I recorded it. So I'll just show the beginning, but there was a huge spiral that was in the sky. And let me pause it. I won't do the whole thing, but can you guys see that? So that spiral was captured and it was on the news. It says here, a blue spiral appears in the sky across Europe. And there is going to be more of that. And I understand that it could be linked to a lot of different things, but there's going to be a lot of us, especially those that I feel interested are being called into these conversations. There's going to be a lot of us that are going to see these things in our sky. There's going to be a lot of us that are going to hear things that are happening that are very outside the normal of what we've known history to be. We're going to hear of discoveries. We're going to hear of things like hiding under the pyramid. We just heard that, right? A week or two ago, that they found all these structures underneath the pyramids. There's going to be a reality in which a lot of us, a reality, an identity, a world, an earth, in which a lot of us are going to discover new truths. That things were not what we thought they were. That energy convergence is happening on our behalf, and that they keep saying energy converging. There's going to be an energy of convergence, and convergence is moving in such a way in which we are going to see more of our reality be unproven. We're going to get to see that the reality that we're in is more than what we thought it was, because we are getting to see a new earth being manifested. And in this new earth, truth is embodied in a different way. We experience ourselves beyond our physical body. We understand and claim and embody the celebration that you and I are more than human. You and I are part of a collective consciousness that goes beyond this physical world, that we get to co-create, not just in this realm, but in many other realms that are interconnected, that we're part of a bigger solar system, and we're part of a collective family. And as more of this gets to be witnessed in this new earth, which is so exciting, is that we're going to see a lot of these old things that we came to know be revealed to us, so that we know that those things are no longer required in this new phase of reality. And as we're going through this, and I'm hearing this from so many people, is that you are going through some very deep, tangible identity shifts. You're literally coming against yourself, and you're coming and looking at yourself and being invited, who do I choose to be today? And who am I choosing to be tomorrow? Am I carrying this story? Am I carrying this decision? Am I carrying this victim mentality? Am I carrying this superstition to my next becoming? Am I going to repeat lack? Am I going to repeat these stories that are just keeping and maintaining a conversation that keeps me from the potential of experiencing healing in my body, experiencing love, experiencing abundance, experiencing connection? We are being invited to really be aware of ourselves, and we're going to get so uncomfortable that we must allow those parts of us that are triggering the discomfort, that are holding on to the things that are causing the discomfort, for us to look at them and say, no more, this doesn't come with me tomorrow. And it feels uncomfortable because, again, I said it earlier, those parts of us must die. The old structures and systems are needing to die for the new to become, for the new to live, for the new to thrive, for the new to be embodied, for the new to be remembered, for the new to be experienced. So as we're going through these identity shifts that are, again, outside of our control because it's happening for us, we must get to a place in which we move into the decision making as often as possible, not out of judgment, but discernment, that of course I want more. Of course, this part of me can't be part of my tomorrow. Of course, the lack that I'm experiencing in whatever area it's in my life that is showing up, I'm not taking into tomorrow. It can't come with me. I don't want it. And we're being pushed into a level of discomfort where we stand up in our own sovereignty and our own courage and we say, enough is enough, and I want something else instead, so we can act on it, not just talk about it, not just think about it, not just wish upon it. So for an invitation, and they kept showing me, and actually they shared it in a few coaching calls today, and this concept of taking time, and it doesn't have to be for hours, this could be 5 minutes a day. Literally set your timer for 5 minutes, and you're going to take deep breaths, and you are going to welcome becoming a vessel. Becoming the vessel and the receiver of the new earth, becoming the vessel and the receiver of the new reality, becoming the vessel and the receiver of the new identity. And how do you do that? So you first identify something in the room you can be grateful for before you close your eyes. And then you're going to immerse yourself into the space of gratitude for whatever it is you notice. You're going to notice its qualities, how it looks, how it tastes, how it smells. Like, go through all the senses on what it is that you're noticing and that you're going to give attention to appreciate. And then once you are complete with that, you're going to close your eyes, take deep breaths, and then you're going to go ahead and consume your attention with the breath. They're saying consume. As you consume the air and exhale it, you're going to consume your attention on your breath. Fully present on the breath. As it enters your body, as it fills your body, you're going to give yourself a chance to witness it. And then as you release and let go, you are surrendering into the moment. And you're going to continue that with the intention that you are making space. As you breathe in, you're making space, you're expanding like a balloon. And when you exhale, you're contracting, allowing anything and everything to be expelled and be brought out and pulled out. And then once you do that for at least, they're saying at least 15 times, so 15 deep breaths. Thank you. You're going to go ahead and then settle, and then you're going to witness and allow and hold space. And you're going to welcome. I am open, ready, and available to seeing and witnessing and knowing the truth. I'm open, ready, and available. Open, ready, and available. Open, ready, and available to seeing and experience the truth. To seeing and experiencing more of myself. To seeing and experiencing more of myself. And in this moment, I choose. And in this moment, I choose. In this moment, I decide. In this moment, I am welcoming. And then give at least 5 things that you are welcoming. It could be wealth, abundance, joy, connection, euphoria, insights, healing, transformation. They're audibly saying recovery, nurturing, compassion. Like, what are 5 things that in that moment, after you empty and open, that you are saying yes to and welcoming now? Understanding that if the desire is there, it's been seeded because there is another version of you that has already actualized that. If it's been seeded, it's been done. So the desires that are coming up that you're setting forth on those 5 things and setting forth in that intention, it's already done. And as you are welcoming your consciousness, your human, to be available to it, it allows you to move yourself into a state of experience in which you will be pulled into the actualization because it's already done. It's already done. It's already happening. It's already being cultivated. It's already being, I love that. It's already being built on your behalf. And that is a process that we're being invited to do for this week. And then they're showing me another one, which I've shared. And actually, I feel like I share all the time. And it's so undervalued and people can't conceptualize the power of it, is that you're actually taking time to doodle. You're going to do your right hand and you're doodling. And then they are telling me, this is not something that they usually tell me to, but it's like this concept that you're going to go ahead and doodle with both hands. And it could be like, if you don't have a pen or something, you could literally use your finger and just doodle. And you're going to just take deep breaths and do your best to doodle, move your fingers in different directions, move the pen or pencil in different directions. And then in your mind, I love that. The angels are saying that in your I choose. I am in the driver's seat and I get to decide. I am the one who decides and chooses. I am the one who decides and chooses. I am the one who decides and chooses. And they're audibly telling me that by doing that with both hands and making the decision, it's going to help rewrite, thank you, rewire some things inside our consciousness that is unintentionally a lot of times waiting for permission to come outside ourselves. We're waiting for others to say it's okay. We're waiting for others to say, oh, that's a great intention. Of course you can have it. We're waiting for permission to come from outside of us versus understanding that we ultimately are the ones who make that decision. We are the ones who give ourselves permission, and we're the ones who can actualize the experience and the realization of whatever it is we want and desire. And they're showing me, thank you, that if we do both of the movement with both hands, it's going to scatter parts of our mind and our brain a little bit, or enough, thank you. They're saying enough to allow the decision that I'm the one who makes a decision to guide the rest of the momentum and the rest of your day and the rest of what it is you're actualizing with the 5 things that we said for you to invite, welcome, and claim as yours right now. And because of the shifts that are happening and the break of identities, the break that's happening collectively, the break that's happening right now, as you move into the state of being in ownership, that you're the one who gets to decide, you're the one who gets to lean in, you're the one who gets to welcome, you're the one who gets to actualize, you move into, thank you, I love that. The angels are saying you move into the quantum field that allows more of those things that are already in your favor to show up like that. We talked about the whole mandala effect, right? This whole concept and idea that it's as if you move in and out of experiences, dimensions, and realities in which those things that you have welcomed just show up, right? You move outside the concept and idea that I must make something happen. And I love that. You move into a place of translucent reality in which, again, things just become very malleable, and that which you have set forth and invited just shows up. My gosh, the energy is so loud. My ears are buzzing. Right? And it incorporates, I love that, it incorporates so much of the welcoming that your soul is doing on your behalf every day. It welcomes you into the experience that your consciousness, your alignment, your soul, your state of freedom already knows the most productive and fastest way for its realization. And that's what we call flow states, is what the angels are saying. That's what puts you in that state of flow. And I know it seems so simple. Like, how is it that doing some doodling and doing the practice you just shared with the breath and moving your mind in this way, in this direction, how could it be that simple? It's meant to be that simple. It's meant to be that simple. The human mind and the dialect has been taught to make it complicated on purpose. Because when it's complicated, we talk ourselves out. We talk ourselves out of the blessings. We talk ourselves out of the favor. We talk ourselves out of what's already been designed for us to experience, which is to be receivers. To be receivers of the action, the inspired actions, to be receivers of the insights, the guidance, and the love, to be receivers of those things that we may call miracles. We've been designed to be receivers, but somehow we've been programmed to believe something else, because as we believe something else, a lot of times, many people can talk themselves out of their blessings. So as we move into this week and acknowledge that there is a split happening with our realities, you get to be more aware that you in the split are being invited to understand that your choice matters right now, and that you have to retrain that part of you that has forgotten that your choice is invited, welcomed, and required right now. And whether you put it, thank you, they're showing me a vision of somebody brushing their teeth, right? Even adding that into your teeth brushing, which I think most people brush their teeth, right? So when you brush your teeth, when you take a shower, it's like you're just making this acknowledgement, thank you, and you're just in the moment deciding, I choose to be in the earth, in the reality, in the experience, in the understanding that I get to choose today. And in my choice, I choose these 5 things. And I already gave you the instructions to that. So watch the replay if you're just jumping in. Energy's moving to that. Those 5 things that you're welcome to recreating and making it part of your normal, part of your day to day, and understanding that life is unfolding in such a way that it's in your favor. And it's making sure that we are not intentionally or unintentionally talking ourselves out of what is already trying to come and be part of our experience right now. All right. So next week, we are excited because next week we're going to be starting our interviews and having conversations with more of the kids that are adults like me now, and also more of the parents who have the kids. And what are the kids? The kids are those that have a very thin veil. Their lens of reality is very thin, very guided by awe and wonder, and meaning that they are not. They're showing me visions real quick. So, one second as I'm describing this, is that the brain and the experience of ourselves is not as structured or as pre-imposed. It can't be as imposed as some other humans. Like we're able to experience the veil in a different way. We're able to see beyond the veil. We're able to know more, not because in any way we're better, but it's part of our remembering. It's part of what we get to do and remind each other that, again, we're more than human. So we'll get a chance to talk to parents whose kids are very telepathic, moving things. They're highly, highly in tune and connected. They're speaking very deep wisdom and insights. They were born this way. They're maintaining the state of understanding that goes beyond the normal, and they're extraordinary in their own unique ways. And we're also, again, talking to the adults like me who have had experiences since young, and they experiences keep compounding or maybe shut down, and now they're remembering again. So we're going to have these fun conversations with people that are going to be the guests that are going to be part of our conversation. If you are one of the kids, or if you have one of the kids, please make sure to also reach out, because I'd love to have you as one of my guests, and looking forward to continuing these conversations. Enjoy how life is going to show us more of the split that's happening right now. And again, please go through the exercises. They're all simple. All the exercises I gave you guys today, they should take 5 or less minutes, but if you incorporate it in your day, I know I can't officially guarantee, but I can celebrate with confidence that you are going to experience a lot of quantum leaps and a lot of manifesting that goes beyond the normal and people can call extraordinary. All right, much love. Have an amazing rest of the day and see you next week. Bye.